Y'all, this just flipped from rap rivalry into straight panic territory. Fivio Foreign allegedly struck the match, claiming a shocking tape exists that puts 21 Savage at the center of a scandal nobody was prepared for, pulling Young Thug and Latto into the blast. 1 second it was tweets and street talk. The next, Fivio was warning he's holding footage that exposes far more than the culture can handle. Now 21 has gone quiet, timelines are melting down, and the feud has turned venomous. This isn't messy, it's career-threatening chaos. And once you hear exactly what Fivio says he has, the whole conflict hits different. So let's rewind, because Fivio looks like he's been teetering on the edge. He's been unloading non-stop about 21 Savage, but nobody imagined it would get this reckless, this personal, this explosive. Every time Fivio speaks on 21, the situation escalates, now spiraling into allegations involving Young Thug and Latto that left fans stunned. Still, dragging Young Thug in wasn't random. Thug is tied to the Forget the Streets message Fivio has been openly pushing back against. It all started when 21 Savage tried to play peacemaker among Atlanta artists, beginning with Young Thug and Ghana. Everyone knows Ghana's history, so we'll skip the recap. But 21 publicly urged them to settle it, saying they cared about each other and that the street life only delivered trauma. He didn't stop there. 21 also called out Quavo and Offset, saying he'd already tried to get them to squash things privately, hinting unity would have made them unstoppable. From the outside, 21 looked like a bridge builder. Young Thug even echoed the sentiment, tweeting agreement with Forget the Streets. That was all it took for Fivio Foreign to explode. He took it as disrespect, like they were disowning the very streets that lifted them. Fivio went on a long Twitter rant, insisting the streets create success, claiming he's never turned his back on his foundation, warning that anyone who disrespects the streets shouldn't get street support. He said he wasn't defending violence, just the loyalty, the brotherhood, the real ones he met along the way. To most people, it was a clear misunderstanding. 21 wasn't dissing the streets, he was condemning the cycle that keeps destroying lives. But Fivio either didn't see that or didn't care. He kept crashing out. And then he took it further, pulling up on DJ Academic's show to call 21 Savage a hypocrite, questioning whether he ever truly belonged to the streets at all. At that point, there was no walking it back.
Savage is a street. Like Future, I look at him and he a smack.
What's making you think that Savage is a street?
Okay, and seriously now, the same when you said fuck. Okay, I think he said that because he loves stuff. Honestly, the same thing you've heard about, or well, not heard. Maybe you just know. All right, the same thing I've heard about Baby when it comes to ZB with and how they get down. Same thing I've heard about Savage. Same. Nobody play with him. It ain't like that. You know what I mean? Heard the same thing.
Why you think 21 Savage is street, bro?
He's just, bro, stop it.
Street to where?
The foil nigga, just stop it.
In Atlanta?
You could only be a street if where you from. Like, is in Montana don't know if you're a street.
It's not true. It's not true.
Bro, you're
a certain type. You're a certain type of everywhere, and your name and your arm is going to be able to stretch to certain different parts of the world.
No, different states. Savage one of them. Honestly, like I'm not saying on.
Then 21 Savage finally responded on live, telling Fivio Foreign to keep his name out of his mouth.
Foreign finally responded to him on live and told Fivio to keep his name out of his mouth.
Hey, Fivio Foreign, shut your ass up. Stop saying my motherfucking name. Don't think because a nigga trying to change that. Man, y'all sit down somewhere, man. Straight up. If your ass walking around with a 38, don't say nothing to me about the street. Straight up. If your ass 35 or older, and you been trying to rap since you was goddamn 17, 16, 15, don't say nothing to me about the street. You don't know nothing about the street. You ain't did nothing in the street. Straight up. Y'all nigga keep talking about all that fuck the street shit. Savage this, savage that, savage this. Savage just slapped the shit out one of y'all niggas. In real life, y'all niggas know this. Stop motherfucking.
But Fivio Foreign didn't retreat. He doubled down, posting, "I said what I said." No back and forth with someone yelling, "Forget the streets." 21 Savage fired back instantly, throwing a sharp jab about rappers who put hands on women suddenly acting tough. Given Fivio's public arrest history, fans clocked the shade immediately, no names needed, and Fivio wasn't done. He came back swinging, choosing chaos. He claimed the real reason 21 was riding so hard for Young Thug was an alleged shared past, threesomes involving Latto. Yes, that Latto. the same one Fivio once said he had history with. The accusation landed like a bomb, and the internet froze.
Too good not to brag on. I ain't even fuck a rap nigga yet, but if Fivio want to, then I ain't gon' pass on. If Fivio want to, then I ain't gon' pass on. Then I ain't gon' pass on.
But hold up, because it somehow gets even uglier. According to Fivio Foreign, even though Latto was allegedly in the room, the real situation wasn't about her at all. He claimed the line was crossed between 21 Savage and Young Thug themselves, that things allegedly turned intimate between the two. Allegedly. Straight shock value. Pure gasoline on the fire, and here's the wild part, Fivio isn't backing off. He's standing 10 toes down, insisting this is his truth. And a section of the internet is buying it, mainly because rumors like this have followed both 21 and Young Thug for years. The speculation around Thug only intensified after prison, but longtime fans know the whispers have been around forever. From the fashion choices to the album visuals to how he talks to a circle, people have questioned his sexuality for a long time. And yes, everyone remembers that interview where Young Thug defended wearing a purple dress on an album cover. Old rumors, new accusations, and now the spotlight is burning hotter than ever.
On God, because I know what my version of a dress is. It's kind of like when you do put on the dress. Is that more for shock? No, it's just like I wanted a cheetah print long shirt. I couldn't find one. This is the closest I'm gonna get to. It stopped me from judging people because it's like people judge me and people say gay, but if people think that I'm gay, they already misjudge.
And it somehow sank even lower when leaked jailhouse calls surfaced, with him allegedly boasting about crossing lines behind bars, claiming he got intimate with a male corrections officer, turning whispers into outright shock.
So peace. Mariah don't even know. I'm in this bitch still fucking. Got me on CO with the bus. Quicker than the FedEx work. They be telling my business, man.
And it spiraled further when leaked jailhouse calls surfaced, where Young Thug allegedly bragged about crossing lines behind bars, boasting about an inappropriate situation with a male corrections officer. That moment sent shockwaves straight through the fan base. When fans called him out, Thug didn't deny it, he snapped. He doubled down, furious, and claimed Atlanta's rap scene was full of secrets. He tweeted that if people wanted to label him a snitch, then everything might as well come out, that plenty of favorite rappers were involved in things nobody wanted exposed. Lil Baby even caught an unprovoked stray. The tweet vanished days later, but there was no explanation, no apology, just silence. Now, with Fivio Foreign's allegations about Young Thug and 21 Savage being a hidden duo, fans think the dots connect. Even though 21 isn't Atlanta-born, he's deeply embedded in the scene. And suddenly, people are speculating he's one of the low-key names Thug was hinting at because if anyone would know, it would be him. And this is where it turns ugly. This wasn't a diss, it was a detonation. Fivio didn't argue. He exposed. Once accusations like that hit the air, they don't disappear. 21's silence only amplified the noise. Old Thug clips are resurfacing like evidence. Latto being dragged and pushed it from messy to reckless. Fans are dissecting every tweet, every pause, every move, searching for cracks. Whether Fivio is lying, spiraling, or standing on business, the damage is already done. This stopped being about pride or the streets, it's about secrets. And now that they're out, somebody's going to break.